Okay, guys, it's Issa, and we're here today. We're gonna react to Sneako getting banned. Let's talk about his ban from YouTube and why it happened, and how we can potentially prevent these type of bans from happening to people like you in the future. All right. So first of all, who is Sneako? Sneako is a content creator on YouTube. He's been on here for a while now. He has two channels. Well, had two channels because both of them got demonetized. Got banned from YouTube. But he uh he started, he has some like conspiracy theories and things like that going on. The reason I found out about Sneako and how I learned about Sneako is I watch Playback. If you guys know the Playback channel, and they have this podcast called Peer to Peer, and he was on the podcast one time, and he was talking about how him and his girl went to a swinger party or something like that, swinger thing, and he was there with his girl, and apparently they went there so they can get into some activities with other people. And while he was there, his girl got smashed by other people, and he was talking about this, and like Agent and I forgot the other dude's name, but oh, Low, Agent and Low were asking him questions, about how they went there, like why they went there, what happened while they were there. And he was talking about how uh he was in the bed and his girl was getting fucked while he was getting, smashed right while he was right next to him. He was right there and his girl was getting smashed right next to him on the bed by another dude. And even at point in time, he was talking about how he was, I guess, smashing his girl, and a dude came under his legs, between his legs, and started eating his girl's, you know, the situation. But he was doing that, so it sounded crazy to me. It's not something that I would do personally, but hey, everybody got their own, their own preferences and dealing with things. But he said that another thing that stood out to me throughout that process while he was talking to Low with the peer to peer and Agent was that he said everybody should experience that trauma of letting somebody else smash their girl. And I'm like, nah, I don't think so. I'm not doing that. That's not like, that's not my vibe. I'm not trying to feel no type of trauma, because once my girl say, let's go to a swingers uh situation, a swinger bar or a swinger club or whatever it is, swinging, let's go swinging, let's do this, let's try this. She for the streets and she gone. We're not doing that. Okay. If you my girl, you my girl, and that's it. There is no you my girl, but on Tuesday nights you get smashed by other girls, other dudes. Okay. We're not doing that. Okay. But once he like, he was doing that, he started getting into the manosphere route, talking like, through the things like, Andrew Tate started fresh and fit, started hanging around with those type of guys, and started moving that rhetoric. But the reason why, the reason why he could have been banned was because he was on stream one time with Abba and Preach. I've been watching, uh watching their channel too. They be having some good, good stuff on there. I'll be listening when I'm driving or whatever is going on. They be having good content. But anyways, that's beside the point. He was on stream one time, and they were talking about some things, and he made a couple of jokes. I guess maybe, and then some of those jokes that he were making were insensitive to certain group of people. But they actually played that stream in Congress, and they were talking about how that was, promoted violence and people were getting killed based on that kind of rhetoric, and that rhetoric was very dangerous. And they had the YouTube leaders there. They had like a YouTube spokesman person there. They had a TikTok person there, and they had to like answer questions about the stuff that were going on. So I'm thinking that's probably why he got banned, because YouTube, at the end of the day, they're a company and they trying to make their money. They all about their dollars, right? So if you uh, are a content creator and you're saying things that are the congressmen and women are needing to like step in and do things, like say things about, then YouTube, they're not gonna take that lightly, because they're not trying to lose no money. They're not trying to get their company, sanctioned and so that, like, they can't do certain things. So they, instead of, when before it gets to that point, what most likely they're going to do is they're going to ban you, so that you're not on their platform, and then they can be like, yeah, see, we don't accept this kind of rhetoric, and as soon as we found out about it, we cut them off, we banned them. So we don't accept that kind of like behavior on our platform, so the government don't have to do anything because they're taking action on their own, right? So that's partly why I think Sneako got banned, right? And uh, he's been like, hanging around, doing content with Andrew Tate. That could be another reason, because a lot of people do not like Andrew Tate and his rhetoric and what he stands for. Even though a lot of men listen to the Manosphere, you know, it's like a huge amount of men that listen to the Manosphere, like in their platforms and what they say and what they stand for. People in the mainstream media, they do not like that rhetoric. They do not like what the Manosphere is talking about and how they, I guess they're teaching the younger generation or whatever it is, right? But my thing is, when it comes to Sneako, I feel like it was his own fault that he got to this point, because he knew what he was saying would probably get him banned, but he never really stopped. So my advice is, you just got to try to look at this as an educational, view. Try to learn something from this, right? If you want to like be in the Manosphere and talk about man's problems and things like that, you can talk about those things, but make sure you know when you're crossing the line, because if you cross the line and you go beyond that line, then YouTube will ban your channel, and once you get banned, you're losing thousands upon thousands of dollars that you could potentially be earning, right? This man, based on what I learned, he ain't been having this channel, like one of these channels, for a long time. So imagine working for grinding, building that channel up, get your subscriber count up, try to make that money up, and then one day it's just gone. Like, you ain't got it no more. Like, it's just gone. Like, So what you gonna do now, right? So he based on what I heard, he's gonna start his Twitch. He's gonna be on Twitch and trying to build an audience on there. But hey, this is the type of things that happen when you, like, say anything to, like, be on the edge and stuff like that. So you just got to be careful, basically. So if anybody's starting out or has a YouTube channel that's doing mediumly well, or is like building up like an audience, just be careful on the type of things that you say, because the mainstream media and a lot of people, they're not gonna listen, they're not gonna be accepting of what you're saying. And if that thing is something that is gonna cause problems for anybody, like multiple people, then they might report you, or you can get into consequences that will lead you to losing your channel, and then that's losing your livelihood and losing your money that you could be making to feed you or your family, right? So just be careful, guys, when you're doing this. uh because me personally, I like listening to, like, if you guys know Mediocre Tutorial Reviews. He talks about things that talks about things that men can do better, things talks about like things that women like need to change, but the way he does it is in a way that's informative, like educational, in a sense, like, so some people still probably hate on his content, but I feel like that's one of the best ways to go about talking about things in a manner that is not like degrading other people, but like bringing to light things that happen, so you understand. So you just have to like be more careful in the way that you guys do the content. But I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction and my take on the topic. But if you guys want me to talk about anything else, just make sure y'all comment below. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and for more videos in the future. And this is Issa. Peace out.